Hey, the last step of our Pringle box. So, this one now we are going to do, and I told you there's two techniques. One is decoupage, one is quilling. So I will going to teach you the both technique in this one. So for this one, you always have to have your own quilling made out of. So I always keep backups because I always change my mind, and I sometimes I get new ideas. So I always need quilling. So I make quillings and keep in aside always. So this is the tacky glue they call I'm going to use, or you can use normal white glue also, like this one. So this one is my favorite. It's much more quick and easy, that's why I'm using the tacky glue. So in your tin you can see now the paint is dry, that's why I'm using. And wow, my nails are very ugly, don't look at it. So I'm going to use the glue in this just to rub one circle. So here see, just like this way, little bit glue on that. And first I will keep the, remember I made three different colors together, so I will use this one and I am keeping it in the middle. So the reason that I'm moving from here to here is I'm recording in my phone and in the laptop both. So I have these shapes, nice ones I made. So I'm going to stick around one by one slowly. Should be like this way, you can see. Ta-da! So I'm sticking slowly one by one. The good thing about these glue, once it get dry, it will not show. It's like transparent. So don't worry that if you have extra glue in your tin. So just need another one. Okay, I have 9 petals. See, like this way. So the glue is very good. Once you stick it, it will not come off. That's the good thing about the glue that I'm using. Okay, don't move. Now I'm going to put some leaves, green color. Okay, be creative. So you don't need to do the same color leaves, you can do 2 different greens or 3 different greens. It's up to you. So you don't need to follow up the same green color everywhere. So for the leaves I use the eye shape. For the flower I use the water shape, water drop shape, but for the leaf I use the eye shape. So you can see that one. So if you need more like nice patterns, you always can use something different like this here, and my quilling tool, roll it, roll it, roll it. So remove it, don't glue it, just here's it, tick ting, coming. So you can just stick this one in here. It's so beautiful. These are just basic level wise, you see. So you can do different more and make it fill. If you up, it's up to you. You can fill it like that way if you like. So it will be looking like this way. See, I use a lot of black color ones here. in this one, and I use lot of leaves and different shaped flowers, you can see. So this is this, and in this one I didn't use any of these, only 3 flowers and the leaves, that's it, because I really like this one. So the other technique that I want to tell you how to do is, it's decoupage. You can use, if you don't like the quilling, if you think quilling is much more harder for you and you don't like it, you always can use decoupage. So for decoupage, just leave the flower in the side, so nothing happen. So now, not the quilling, we use decoupage. For decoupage, I'm going to use, you can see in my one, I use lot of flower. You see, flower and 3D liners. And now the question is, from where you find the flower? So these normal tissue papers, you know, we wipe our hands, those ones. So the beautiful ones have nice flowers ones, so I always collect those. I don't use those on any other things. So I have different ones, you can see. So you have to do is, first you have to cut around the flower. For example, in this tissue paper, I'm going to use this small flower, this one. So I just cut it, the tissue, and cut around it. So it should be look very smoothly. Watch out, don't cut the flower, just around it, remove all the excess part, that's it. Here see, like this way. So here see, I already had a one before I cut. So I cut around the flower without damaging the flower and the leaves either. So when you're cutting around, so they always in this tissue, you know, there is a white color background, so you have to peel that off. It's like a sticker, the white color piece, you don't need that, just throw it. So you're going to use the one with the flower, and remember, when you're using glue brushes, always wash it and put in a hot water and keep, because glue, once you use the brush with glue, it's getting hard, and once it's hard, especially when you come tissues are very soft, when you brush it you can damage it. So you always have to keep hot water with the brush. So I'm using this white glue, this one, transparent and very good white glue, all purpose. So this glue, don't use like this way, always put to a small bottle something, so when you're using it. Okay, why this bottle is so hard? It's all glue all around it, that's why. So now I open it. Wow, I really need to work on that. Okay, so I'm just applying very little glue to the tin, like this way. Okay, that is the decoupage. So once you use glue to stick it, and you stick your flower on the glue, and you have to give a very smoothly and slowly do it, don't rush it, because you will damage your own tissue, because tissues are very sensitive while, so it can quickly get damaged if you put too much pressure with the brush. So once you stick the tissue, and you have to give another layer of glue top of the tissue, but slowly, don't press hard, because tissue can get damaged, because it's already now wet, it easily get in there. Once you stick it, you can see it's look like this way. Yeah. So the other thing, to decorate these ones, you can use 3D liners. It's Marabou brand, by the way. So they're so nice 3D liners. I have these different colors. So you just make any of these liners and you can use different shapes. So in this one, you see. So this is my So like this way you can write your name if you want, or you can just make patterns, dots, anything you like with 3D liners. And once it get dry, you can have a 3D effect, so you can touch it and feel it. So this is my personal touch that I like to give for everything. I like 3D liners always to play around. See? In fact, you can write your own name if you want. Different colors you can use, you don't need to stick with one color itself. You can always use different nice colors. So I have lot of colors, so I'm using now light blue. When you do 3D liners, make sure if you don't know to use it, the liner should be like giving not too much pressure, not too little pressure, because your pressure should be in your fingers. It's very nicely and the same way, because if you give too much pressure, you will put lot of paint out. If you put little pressure, you will get little paint out. So your pressure should be in the same way. And remember one thing, you always have to clean up the point of the 3D liners. So this is, now we use quilling and liners with decoupage. So you can put lot of flowers if you like, or little flowers. You see, I put, like in this tin I put one here and one in this side, and I use lot of 3D liners. You can see different shapes. So much as you like, you can put tissue paper. So you have to cut nice on the edge, and make sure use normal glue. You don't need a very thick or high glue. So this is fine. I like this glue. It's very watery, not too thick, so it's very easy for the tissue paper. If you have a thick glue, it's very hard with the tissue paper. Tissue paper can get damaged. That's why. Okay, this part is done now. Now you know how to make. First color it with gesso, then the acrylic paint. Leave it to dry. While it gets drying, you can do some quilling or cut some nice tissue papers, whatever you like, and you can use on this one. Quilling technique will be look like this way. Decoupage technique will be look like this way. So because I want to give a small sample only, that's why I did a small flower in this side and put, because I like to have quilling all around this one. That's why. Later I will do a nice quilling on it. So anyhow, now you can use this one as a pencil holder or anything that you like to put your pencils, or as your brushes, scissors, or in fact the 3D liner. See, problem solved. You always have something to do. Thank you.